Okay, the letter, Paul's letter to Philemon. Everybody seems to know about this letter, most probably because it has seemingly nothing theologically significant. It is about Paul returning a slave to a slave owner, and it seems to be a personal letter, and it seems to be that, and it is not the authorship of Paul is not questioned. It is a very short letter, but let's see what is inside. Yes. Oh, welcome. Here there is an interesting change of words in the KJV in verse 7, where instead of heart, intestines are mentioned. As he could command, but he just asks. Yeah, he seems to be old and in prison, and there is this Onesimus, the slave called Onesimus, who became useless, but and converted to Christianity, so he promised he will be a good little boy, so Paul sends back and promised to pay out any damage this caused, this runaway made. So Christianity has no problem at all with slavery. At best, it don't has anything against it. At worst, it supports, because so returning a slave is just feels in that category. Uh, well, mostly that's it. That's the letter. But what to do with it? How could this be find its way into the canon? Well, we have to dig deep into this. First, they mentioned that some Onesimus is mentioned in the early Christian church as a high-ranked priest, but let's face it, a slave who had to obey his master for all his life and work 24 hours a day just couldn't match with a church leader. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Well, it seems, although that this Philemon was for Philemon, as I heard in other YouTube video, the English pronunciation is, had a community in his house, so well, if we very much would like, could fit this in, but let's dig deeper. What could be the theological meaning of this letter? Well, remember when Paul said Onesimus became useless? Well, do you know what Onesimus means? Because every name has a meaning etymologically. Onesimus means useful. So someone useful became useless, but now he's converted to Christianity, to Lord. He converted to the Lord, so he is forgiven now and accepted back by a new covenant. And there is that thing that at your gathering, that what was that? You get back him as a forever being, and he got separated from you, and you got back him not like a slave, but something neighbor or brother. Uh, Both in body and in the Lord and soul, and don't blame him for that. Don't punish him for or whatever. You can check the correct use in English. I just didn't bother. The, let him enter, and all the expressions used in this letter uh, gives it a theological meaning, and anything about that this person, uh, this Onesimus, and all the people mentioned in this letter puts into doubt, that the theological meaning is that this is about the lost sheep of Israel, led back by the shepherd Paul into into the gathering of the Lord, into the God's chosen people. So anything else is just a convenient match. I sincerely believe that this is not a personal letter. This letter lies about what it is. It is an allegory, a fairy tale about the lost sheep led back to the Lord, and nothing else. And that is why I reject this letter.